Just a short drive from the heart of Dublin stands a castle that has witnessed centuries of ambition, loyalty, and betrayal. For nearly 800 years, one family ruled from within these very walls, enduring war, rebellion, and whispered tales of ghosts that are said to still roam its ancient halls. This is Malahide Castle, one of Ireland's most historic and reputedly haunted fortresses. Its story is not just one of stone and mortar, but a saga of a dynasty that shaped and was shaped by the dramatic history of Ireland itself. Our story begins in the year 1185, a pivotal moment following the Norman invasion of Ireland. King Henry II of England, seeking to solidify his control over his newly acquired lands, granted a vast estate just north of Dublin to one of his loyal knights, Richard Talbot. This grant wasn't just for land. It included the responsibility to build a fortress, a stronghold to protect Norman interests. And so, the Talbot family's incredible legacy at Malahide began. For the next 791 years, an almost unbelievable span of time, the Talbots would call this castle home, making it one of the longest continuously inhabited family residences in the country's history. What started as a simple wooden motte and bailey fort, typical of Norman military architecture, soon began to evolve. As the family's power grew, so did their home. Wood gave way to stone, and a simple defensive structure slowly transformed into the formidable and grand castle we see today, a testament to a family's enduring power and resilience through the ages. Throughout the turbulent Middle Ages, Malahide Castle was far more than just a home. It was a multifaceted symbol of power. Primarily, it was a defensive stronghold. Its thick stone walls and towers designed to withstand attacks from rival Irish clans who resisted the Norman presence. Secondly, it was a grand noble residence, a place where the Talbot family could display their wealth, status, and influence. The Great Hall, the heart of the castle, would have been a hub of activity, hosting lavish banquets, strategic meetings, and important guests. Finally, the castle stood as a powerful symbol of Norman authority in a landscape that was often hostile. For the Talbot dynasty, life was a constant balancing act. They had to navigate the complex web of Irish clan conflicts, maintain their allegiance to the often demanding English crown, and survive countless rebellions and invasions that swept across the island. Each generation of the family left their mark on the castle, not just in its history, but in its very architecture. They added new rooms, fortified existing towers, and expanded the Great Hall, turning Malahide into a sprawling, living chronicle of their family's journey through medieval Ireland. The castle's strength and the family's resolve were tested time and again as Malahide endured some of the most violent and transformative chapters in Irish history. The Talbots had to navigate the treacherous political landscape of the Wars of the Roses in England, a conflict that had significant repercussions across the Irish Sea. Later, the brutal Cromwellian conquest of Ireland in the mid-17th century brought war directly to their doorstep. During this period, the family was evicted from their home for 11 years, a dark chapter in their long history. The castle also stood firm through numerous Irish rebellions, as the native population fought back against English rule. But perhaps the most infamous legend from this era is a deeply personal tragedy. The story goes that on the morning of the Battle of the Boyne in 1690, 14 members of the Talbot family sat down for breakfast together in the Great Hall. By nightfall, all of them had been killed in the battle. This single, devastating event is said to have left an indelible scar on the castle, a sorrow that some believe still echoes within its walls to this day. With such a long and often tragic history, it's no surprise that Malahide Castle has earned a reputation as one of Ireland's most haunted locations. The castle is said to be home to at least 5 distinct spirits, each with their own story. The most famous and beloved of these is Puck. Legend says he was a jester or court fool for the Talbot family during the 16th century. Puck tragically fell in love with a noblewoman who was a kinswoman of Lady Talbot. But his love was unrequited, and he was found stabbed through the heart, left to die. With his final breath, he vowed to haunt the castle forever. His mischievous spirit is said to still roam the halls, sometimes appearing as a small, shadowy figure in photographs taken by visitors. Another prominent ghost is the Lady in White. She is believed to be the spirit of Maud Plunkett, who appears as a spectral figure drifting through the castle, endlessly mourning her husband who was killed in battle on their wedding day. Visitors and staff have also reported sightings of a mysterious armored figure, the chilling sound of unexplained footsteps echoing in empty corridors, and disembodied voices whispering in the dead of night. These ghostly legends are woven into the very fabric of the castle, adding a layer of mystery and intrigue to its already rich history. For nearly 8 centuries, the Talbot family had held on to Malahide Castle through thick and thin. But by the 20th century, the world had changed dramatically. The immense cost of maintaining such a large and ancient estate became an overwhelming burden. The era of grand aristocratic dynasties was drawing to a close. Faced with crippling death duties and financial pressures, the final Talbot heir, Lord Milo Talbot, made the difficult decision that would change the castle's destiny forever. In 1976, after his death, Malahide Castle and its surrounding domain were sold to the Irish state. This marked the end of the Talbot family's almost 800-year-long tenure. A new chapter began for the historic fortress. The Irish state, recognizing the immense historical and cultural value of the property, embarked on a careful restoration project. The castle was transformed from a private home into a public treasure. It was opened as a museum, allowing the public to step inside and experience its history firsthand. The beautiful grounds were turned into a public park, and the castle itself became a vibrant cultural venue, ensuring that its legacy would be preserved for generations of Irish people and visitors from around the world to enjoy. The era of the Talbots was over, but the story of Malahide was far from finished. Today, Malahide Castle is one of Ireland's most beloved and frequently visited historic sites, welcoming hundreds of thousands of visitors each year. Stepping through its gates is like stepping back in time. Visitors can take guided tours that lead them through the castle's incredible evolution. You can stand in the Oak Room with its intricate 16th-century wood carvings, or marvel at the grandeur of the Great Hall, which has been the heart of the castle for centuries. You can explore the elegantly furnished staterooms, which showcase centuries of art and furniture from the National Gallery of Ireland's collection. Beyond the castle walls, the experience continues. The surrounding 260-acre domain is a destination in itself. You can wander through the stunning botanical gardens created by Lord Milo Talbot, which feature over 5,000 different species of plants from all over the world. The sprawling parklands are perfect for a walk, and in recent years the grounds have become a major venue for outdoor concerts and events, bringing a new kind of life and energy to this ancient site where history and modern culture now meet. Malahide Castle is so much more than just stone and stories. It is a living, breathing chronicle of Ireland itself. Within its walls you can trace the lines of conquest, rebellion, love, and loss that have defined the nation's past. It is a place where 800 years of history, timeless legend, and personal memory still seem to walk side by side through its ancient halls. It stands as a powerful reminder of the endurance of family, the passage of time, and the stories that are forever etched into the landscape of Ireland. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through the history of Malahide Castle. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more stories from fascinating places around the world. We'll see you next time.